Hello, my name is Natalie. I'm the restaurant service trainer, and today I would like to teach you how to take an order at the restaurant, cafe or bar. I truly believe that this is the first thing which your new waiters should learn. Why? This short conversation will affect the final output of all the restaurant visit. For example, will the guest like his visit or no? As well, from this conversation, it depends if a guest will recommend your venue to his friends and relatives, or maybe he will stop others to visit you. Why it works like that? First of all, the matter is in first impression. For example, if a waiter is not in a good mood or he forgot to ask some important questions, the guest feel everything what happens, and he can feel that he is not important and his visit disturb your staff. And even if your chef will prepare delicious dish and your bartender will make great cocktails, this first impression will affect all the next guest behavior, and he will find all the defects even if they are not exist. As well, if the first 30 seconds didn't show the guest that we are very glad that he came to our restaurant, he will be not opened for the conversation. Why we need that the guest should be opened? Because when the guest is opened and he has a desire to talk to the waiter, it means that a waiter has a real chance to ask correct questions and to find out what exactly this guest like, how to make him happy, because we know that all the people are different and it's very important to understand that one guest likes one thing and the other like the others. And if all the guests will be served in traditional way, the restaurant visit will not be like wow, it will be normal. But nowadays we have a lot of restaurants and cafes, and if we do everything just to get one visit from one guest, it means that the day will come when all the guests in the city will be finished. So if we want not just to get the single visit from the guest, but to make him a regular guest and to make him recommend our restaurant to all the people he knows, so we have to do something special for every guest which comes to our restaurant. And it doesn't matter if you have small, teeny cafe with a very simple cuisine, or you prepare signature dishes. If you want to get the financial success at the end, the waiters have to follow special techniques which almost guarantee that the first small 2-3 minutes conversation when a waiter takes the order will lead to the unforgettable impression about your restaurant for the guest. Like that, in 2-3 months you will see that your revenue grows fast. So let's start. Today I will tell you about this special technique, how to take an order from the guest at the restaurant, cafe or bar. First of all, after a waiter presents a menu, it's very important to highlight, to put the guest attention on our special offers of the house. It doesn't matter if it will be drinks or food. Why is it so important to do this? Straight away. If we don't do this, guest spends his time on surfing through the menu, and usually he tries to order things he already knows. For example, something traditional like Caesar salad, Greek salad, carbonara, schnitzel or beef tenderloin steak. But all these dishes are presented in almost all the restaurants. And if our guest will order something traditional, which is well known, it means that he will not get some special experience. But if from the start we recommend to the guest to try something special, something from the chef or chef bartender, some recipes which he had never tried before, and probably it will be difficult to find them at any other place. In this case, we get a chance to wow guest, to amaze him, and at the end of the day, he will say, "Wow, I had never tried this before. I love it." This is very important reason to visit this place again. That's not difficult to do this. Just when you present a menu, stop for a second and say this phrase. "I beg your pardon, sir or madam. Please let me put your attention on our special offer. We have this and this, this and this. These are our signature recipes, which you probably will not have a chance to try anywhere else." And then a waiter should not go away. This is the best moment to offer drinks first. At the beginning, when the guests even didn't go through the menu, we have a chance to make revenue bigger and to make guest experience more lovely. Why is it so? First of all, while a guest is surfing through the menu, a waiter will forward his order to the bar and drinks will be prepared in 3-5 minutes. Then waiter comes back to the table and serve the drinks. And now it is time to take an order for food. And after that, guests think that, wow, the service in this restaurant is very fast. I just came and I already have something on the table. The second point is that in the middle of the visit, probably the first drinks will be almost finished. And then the waiter has a chance to come to the table and ask, "Would you like to repeat your drinks? Or would you like to order any other drinks?" When I watch waiters at different restaurants and cafes, I see that usually they let a guest sit with the menu and make his choice, and they take an order altogether, drinks and food, and after that they serve it, and after that they present a bill. And like that, I see very often that people sit at the table and they eat and they talk, but their glasses are almost empty. But do you remember, if we prepare food and we have from the meal, let's say $20, that these $20 are different from $20 we have from a drink. Because to sell a drink, we don't need almost anything. We need just a fridge or maybe a bottle and a glass, and we just open and serve it. But prepare a meal, we have to follow a lot of very complicated procedures, and we have to have very expensive equipment. So try to sell more drinks, and if your waiters will ask the guest straight away when the guests come what he would like to drink first, you will sell more drinks. And the guest also will be happy, because it's always better to have 2 drinks than 1. Also, I advise waiters not to leave straight away after they take a drink order. Usually it's better to follow this procedure by the next phrase. "Thank you, sir. Let me please, I will leave you for 1-2 minutes. I will forward your drinks order to the bar and I will come back and advise you on the menu." The next thing is that very often guests ask a waiter, "What is the most delicious in your restaurant? Please, can you advise me?" Or "What is the most popular in your restaurant? Can you please advise me?" My advice is, please don't recommend anything. And also don't say that everything is delicious, everything is popular. Because you remember that at the beginning of the video, I told you that all the people are different. I like salmon, smoked salmon with the whipping cream, and my husband has fried potato with pork. And both meals are very delicious, but if we switch the order, no one of us will be happy with our meals. So when a guest asks this question, what would you recommend? What is the most delicious or what is the most popular? The best answer is like this. "Thank you, sir, for such a nice question. It's my pleasure to recommend you the most delicious things from our menu. But first of all, let me ask you, what do you like? Fish or meat? Vegetables or something else? Do you prefer soup today or main course? So when the guest asks this question, tell him that yes, you will recommend something, and then move him through the regular conversation, which allows to detect the concrete food preferences of this single customer. To make it more clear what I'm talking about, I would like you to ask to watch the next 2 slides on our video where I present small dialogues, small conversations with guests and the waiter. When finally do you know that this concrete guest likes to try pork and he's hungry and he wants to have something from the main course, you can make the offer. Try to make offer from 3 different positions. For example, don't recommend pork neck steak and pork tenderloin steak because these are 2 steaks. Try to recommend 3 different meals made of pork which you have. For example, homemade pork sausage, pork neck steak and pork belly, because you see these 3 dishes are made of pork, but all of them are totally different in their characteristics. When you offer the 3 positions, it's not good to give them detailed description, because at this moment we don't know which of these 3 the guest will finally choose, and if we start to give a detailed description, we will lose our and the guest time. But also don't provide just the name of the dishes. For example, really sometimes I have such conversation at the bar, like, lady, what would you like to drink? And I say, I don't know, maybe some cocktail. And straight away, without even asking me what types of cocktails do you like, sour or sweet, long drinks or shorts, based on gin or vodka, and etc. Straight away, bartender says, what about Cosmopolitan, or maybe Margarita, or maybe Autumn in New York? Come on, man, I don't know what is Autumn in New York. I don't know its recipe. So if the position has its special name, like Autumn in New York or Green Valley, here don't provide detailed description, but please name 2-3 main ingredients. For example, if a guest would like to have a salad with meat, we can say like that. Certainly, sir. We have our homemade roast beef salad. As well, we have salad with grilled duck breast and baked pumpkin, and we have hunter's salad. You see, here we have the name. And we have hunter's salad with 3 kinds of meat, marinated cucumbers, grated cheese, and some potato straw. You see, we didn't provide all the ingredients, but now the guest has a clue what is inside of the salad. As well, try to put the guest's attention on the most delicious position. How do you think? Why I'm saying the most delicious, but not the most expensive? Because, of course, if a good waiter will offer the most expensive positions, there are a lot of chances that the guest will agree to order it. But like that, we will get like $30 or $100 or $200 more on the current visit. But what we want at the end? We want to have one visit and then guests will not remember us, or we want to have many coming visits for the whole the next year. You see, this is more profitable for the coming revenue. So if we offer our guests the most delicious, not the most expensive dishes from our menu, which match the guest preferences, we have a lot of chances to make this customer regular customer. From here we have the next advice. If a guest had already made his choice and he orders something traditional, for example, he says, I would like to have cappuccino and Caesar salad and veal steak. That's a good idea to try to switch his order to something signature. Try to think, what kind of alternatives can we have for cappuccino, Caesar salad and veal steak? For veal steak, we can offer veal cheeks. Amazing meat, but many guests don't even give it a try. Or when a guest order Greek salad or Caesar salad, we can ask him like that. I beg your pardon, sir. Do you really love Greek salad, or maybe you just would like to have any vegetable salad? If yes, we have two amazing salads made of vegetables, and also they contain goat cheese. If you'd like, I can put your attention on these recipes, because these are our signature recipes, and all the guests who had tried it once, all of them said that wow, these salads are the most delicious which they had ever tried. To make every waiter to be able to do this straight away on the stage, that's good to make 2 or 3 times such an exercise before the shift when you have your daily line up. Give them a short list with the standard positions like margarita, mojito, regular tequila or the most popular whiskey, as well with the most popular positions on the menu like cheese sticks, fried bread, I don't know, something popular in the place where do you live, where do you operate, and ask them to write on the next piece of paper some signature alternatives. It means that this position will still have the same characteristics, but it will be difficult for the guests to find this at any other place. As well, this signature position is very delicious, and usually all the guests say that wow. I can give another example. For example, we have at our bar very popular whiskey, Scotch Auchentoshan, 12 years old, and of course it's well known and very popular, and guests usually order it. But when we receive such an order, we realize that the guest enjoys Scotch whiskey and he prefers Auchentoshan, but Auchentoshan he can order at any bar, at any place. But we at our bar has always 1 or 2 special positions which are rare, and it takes a lot of efforts to get them from the suppliers. And we know that it's difficult to find it at any other bar. And when we receive this order for Auchentoshan, we say, thank you, sir, this is a great choice. But let me first bring you a small try of our special selected Scotch whiskey, which has almost the same price as Auchentoshan, but I'm sure that you probably had never tried it before. We just present 5-10 milliliters to the guest, and this is a present. The guests don't have to pay for it. And very often when he tries this, he says, wow, it's amazing. All right, thank you for telling me this. I will start from your signature whiskey, and later we'll see, maybe I will switch to Auchentoshan. So you do remember that we had offered to the guests 3 positions which have similar characteristics, but they differ from each other. When a guest put his attention on one of these positions, this is great time to provide it detailed description. And usually when I ask waiters why do we use these tasty words and provide delicious, tasty description, they usually answer that because we want to force a guest to buy exactly these positions. But you do remember that all the guests are different and we don't need any guest to buy exactly this position. We need a guest to buy such a position which will give him the best restaurant experience he had ever had before. And this is the reason why we should provide concrete description, and at the end guest can agree on it, or maybe he will say, "Oh no, thank you, you said this is a syrup there, or you said this is a garlic there and I don't need it. Great, now I have an opportunity to choose anything else which will make me more happy." And very often waiters use concrete words like, "Please try our amazing, tasty, tender dessert." What will you get? Panna cotta, mousse or cake? So all the words should be concrete, and these words should describe something like this: country, it's or origin of the product, that this is from the farm or from abroad, size, large, small, medium, its taste, for example, salty or sweet or a bit sour, as well its structure, the way of cooking, grilled or baked or stewed, and everything in detail. So please again have a look on the slide which now we have in the video, and you will see two examples, good and bad, how it usually should look to make us sure that the guest will finally get exactly what will make him happy. Now we know what guest prefers to eat, and this is a time when a waiter should ask what he would like to have first. When a guest orders salad and steak, this is clear, no need to ask, or salad and soup, or salad and pasta. But very often guests order hot appetizer and main course, for example, chicken wings and burger. And if you serve first chicken wings, guest might be upset because he was hungry, he wants to eat burger first, and after that enjoy his chicken wings with the beer. And this is important to ask this question when we have in the order hot appetizer and main course all together. The second situation when it's very important to ask about how to serve these meals is when we have two guests and the first course has different time to get ready. For example, we have lady and gentleman, and lady ordered, let's say, panna cotta. She's not hungry. Panna cotta takes 5 minutes to be served, and gentleman ordered huge tenderloin steak, and he wants to get it well done. So you see, panna cotta takes 5 minutes, steak takes 30-40 minutes, and this is not good idea if a waiter will make his choice by himself. First situation, he can bring panna cotta, and hungry gentleman will sit down and look at it. Second situation, a lady wants to have her panna cotta with coffee, and she doesn't know why she's waiting for 30 minutes. So when you have the situation more than 15 or 20 minutes between the first course of the guests at the same table, that's better to ask them, and it will look like this. I beg your pardon, Madam, your panna cotta will take 5 minutes to get ready, and your steak, sir, will take 30 or 40 minutes. How do you think? Would you like to get it together, or I can bring panna cotta and to bring a steak later? And the guest will decide how they prefer to enjoy their food. The next advice is, don't forget to offer bread, sauces, and any other additional things. And this is not about upselling, because you really will not become rich if you sell bread. But I remember a lot of situations when I have finally my steak, I eat it and I'm thinking like, if I have now blue cheese sauce with the steak, I would be happy. I ask a waiter to bring me blue cheese sauce and it takes 5, 7, 10 minutes sometimes. And when he brings this sauce, my steak is not hot anymore, or I add 1/2. So I'm not happy to pay for the sauce. Or another situation, maybe with goulash soup, with any other soup, when you start to eat and at this moment you think like, yeah, I want a piece of warm bread with this soup. And again, it takes some time for the waiter to bring it. So train your waiters, or if you're a waiter, train yourself. When you hear this or this dish, offer something on the side what can be good for this meal. And the last point considers desserts. You see, when people come to the restaurant, they feel hunger, and in this condition you don't really want to think about something sweet, because sweets at this time when you're hungry, it's not something what you want to eat. And if we offer desserts right now, straight away, when we are taking an order, very often we can hear, no thank you, I don't want to have any dessert. And then waiter don't ask about it, because he already got no. So to avoid the situation, to sell a dessert and also to make a guest happy. You see, we're not about only money, we're about money through the happiness, money through the impression. That's a good idea. If the guests don't offer any desserts from the beginning, don't offer them to order. Wait until they finish the first course. After they finish the first course, waiter clean the table and he come back to the guest to inform them in how many minutes the second course will be ready. And here he should have the menu with him opened on the page with the desserts. And he comes to the table and says like this: I beg your pardon, your second course will get ready in 7 minutes. And now, would you like to have a look at our signature dessert menu? All of our desserts are homemade and they are just delicious. Very often, in 95%, guests say, yes, I would like to have a look at it. And you see, you have larger bill, but you also made the last impression from the dinner or lunch, because the guests have something sweet, something nice, the final accord of their visit to your restaurant. And that's it for now. If you like our video, if you agree on it, you can just share this link with the waiters you know. As well, this is our first video which we make in English. I apologize for my language mistakes, but because of this, I will appreciate your any feedback, positive or corrective. Please provide your feedback if we should continue to create such educational video for the restaurant professionals. Thank you a lot and have a good day.